Things just took a shocking turn as we have multiple Lakers updates to go over today. And while the game today was very disappointing, we have some updates that have fans absolutely fired up. We're going to break that down and discuss what it means going forward as the playoffs are just around the corner and the regular season, the end of the regular season, is just days away. Stay tuned for all that in this episode. But before we get into it, if you're a part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, about 86% of you who are watching right now aren't subscribed, and you're excited for Lakers playoff basketball with Luka Doncic, which is crazy to say. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Okechi, a ton to go over today, and I'm excited to talk about it today because things have taken a turn following today's game. Now, as it pertains to the Lakers, their game today didn't matter. We saw Bronny James get his first start and things like that, but that game isn't the storyline. The storyline of today is specifically the other teams around the league, particularly, of course, the Clippers, the Warriors, and the Timberwolves. And I spoke out on yesterday's video about who I would prefer, and I'm happy you're here to discuss it, but it is now confirmed that the Lakers will face the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs, and that is because the Warriors kind of choked a little bit. Now, whether or not they wanted to win and face the Lakers, now they're now in the play-in, in the 7th seed. Draymond Green missed a wide-open layup, but regardless, Okechi, we are playing Julius Randle, Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, and the Minnesota Timberwolves in a bit of a surprising fashion because for a while there, especially today, most fans thought the Lakers are going to be matched up against the Warriors. So I'm curious to see what your take are, and also let us know down below.
Honestly, this is just like a shout out to Harrison Barnes because he is actually
Yep.
the reason why the Warriors were in that position in the first place with that buzzer beater he had a couple of days ago. But yeah, I don't think the Warriors are really dodging them. It was just the Clippers really came to play. I was watching that game, not really paying too much attention to that Lakers Blazer game. Just, Alex Lynn fouled out in the third quarter. It was terrible. But anyways, so yeah, that Clippers Warriors game, they were really going at it. Kawhi Leonard really was taking it to the Warriors there. But the Warriors kind of lost some slippage here, but this is kind of like a flaw of the Warriors and something that is doesn't help them against the Clippers, but probably would have helped them against the Los Angeles Lakers. So now that we get like a more favorable matchup in the Timberwolves, and I think more favorable side of the bracket, really, because you don't want to mess up with that 4-5 now, which is now either Denver or the Clippers, which the Clippers, honestly speaking, they looked a lot better than I thought at the All-Star break. So they're kind of an interesting team. And then obviously you got OKC, who is probably going to be the ones who are coming out of that side of the bracket. But for the Lakers against the T-Wolves, there are some things that they've got some strengths against them. While they played them 4 times this year, there was one time they only played them with Luka Doncic. So that's very different teams. Obviously, Anthony Davis was your main guy back then, but now it's Luka Doncic, and it's a very different challenge for the Minnesota Timberwolves to guard a guy like Luka Doncic, who they just saw last year in the Western Conference Finals, and he took it to every single one of them, including the fans on the side. So Luka Doncic is going to be a terror for the Los Angeles Lakers, but the Lakers have had some advantages in their matchup with them. Specifically, guys like Rui Hachimura, I think this can be a very good series for him. Jared Vanderbilt, I know he is going to be up for this series. Used to be a Timberwolves, and there was also some trash talking between him and Anthony Edwards at a time. So I know he wants to get his lick back there. So there are some positive things for the Lakers against the Minnesota Timberwolves, but more specifically, it's being on this side of the bracket is very beneficial for the Lakers.
Yeah, and you can obviously see the standings here. The regular season is officially over, and for the Lakers now, again, you have a couple playing games that luckily don't matter for the Lakers, which is the first time in a while we can say that. But for the regular season, it is over, and it's been a bit of a crazy, obviously regular season for the team. You have the Warriors playing game coming up, a couple other playing games before the playoffs, and for the Lakers, their season is done now. And this was a season of roller coasters, to put it lightly. And you can see here, Jared Vanderbilt said, "We're going to Minnesota, boys." Now, you mentioned that you would prefer the Lakers play the Timberwolves. I'm with you. I think the favorable matchup, we wanted that 3 seed to avoid OKC. But now as you look at it, of course, the Warriors are in a play-in spot, the playing game, all that. But when it pertains to the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's going to be very interesting. There's been a bunch of talks about the matchups, who Julius Randle's going to guard. I saw a Timberwolves fan say, "Hey, I think it's best we put Julius Randle on Luka Doncic." If that happens, we'll probably see another, 100-point game with Luka Doncic throwing up his the Will Chamberlain pitcher V2 in 2025. But regardless of that, he says no more Jaden McDaniels and LeBron James because LeBron James will receive the second best perimeter defender. Randle will likely guard LeBron. We might see 2018 LeBron return against him. Randle's horrible defensively, sorry. And I want to bring up this tweet because it is an interesting matchup, the Lakers and the Timberwolves. They, of course, blew it up in the offseason in a retool way. Blew it up, meaning they traded Karl Anthony Towns. They have Dante DiVincenzo. They have Julius Randle. And as you look at the Lakers depth chart, we all know, most of the Lakers. But as you look at the Timberwolves, how it's going to shape up, will Mike Conley be able to even be on the floor against Luka Doncic, Austin Reaves, LeBron James? The thing is, they're probably going to put, Jaden McDaniels on Luka Doncic, you would assume, and then Julius Randle on LeBron James. Who guards, or maybe Anthony Edwards will be on Luka, and then you have Jaden McDaniels on Austin Reaves. There's so many different ways they can go about this. Let me know down below what your thoughts are, and if you're, Timberwolves fan, let me know what your thoughts are there. I like the matchup a lot for the Lakers. The biggest thing is going to be really stopping their bench scoring, because Naz Reid, one of the best six men in the game, arguably the best six man in the game, and Dante DiVincenzo can get hot. So stopping their bench scoring. But as it pertains to matchup wise, I think it's interesting. And there's some talk about, how Mike Conley will even match up, which we'll dive into in a minute. But I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on who's going to be guarding who in this, series, because this isn't something I put a ton of mind to, because I didn't think, to be honest, this was actually going to be the outcome a couple weeks ago. We go.
I mean, just looking to see what these possible matchups could be. Yeah, there could be a litany of things that the Timberwolves do, but I do think you have to put your best defender on Luka Doncic, and their best defender is Jaden McDaniels, and I think that's going to be the matchup. For most times, they are going to switch things up because you have to switch things up with Luka Doncic. You can't give him the same look, or he's just going to burn you. So, Jaden McDaniels probably, to me, would be the primary guy. I think this is a big series defensively for Anthony Edwards. So he's probably going to be having to guard a guy like Austin Reaves. And Austin Reaves is an interesting person to guard because, yeah, he does have the physical advantages against like a guy like Austin Reaves, but Austin Reaves is really good at drawing fouls. So this is going to be a big thing for this series, especially for both teams, because you have Anthony Edwards, you have Julius Randle, two guys who can really get downhill, really enforce their physicality. So who is going to get to the free throw line more, I think is going to determine who wins most games here. And also that depends on who guards who. So if we do see a Julius Randle on LeBron James, and it also depends on where LeBron James is at physically, because he kind of had a little bit of a groin scare on the Friday. So we'll see where LeBron is at physically. But if he is close or near that level that he was right before that groin injury, like I don't really see a good matchup here. And this is a very bad matchup for Rudy Gobert in general, because if Minnesota Timberwolves are switching, Gobert might just be fried in every single matchup with either LeBron, Luka Doncic, or even Austin Reaves, who can take you off the bounce there. So there is a myriad of guys for the Lakers to really combat sort of like the bench scoring, which is, yeah, that's a better thing the Minnesota Timberwolves have. But the Lakers have a whole bunch of defensive talent off the bench. Guys like Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent are going to play huge parts in this series. And then, yeah, with Mike Conley, he's a little bit on the short side, and the Lakers really do punish smaller guys like Luka Doncic and LeBron James especially. So if they are in that switching defense, it just really depends on what type of defense they are running. If they are doing hard hedges or they're switching, I don't think they can switch in this matchup just because there's way too many guys for the Lakers to go at, and they can go at it different ways. So we'll see what the matchups are, but if you're the Timberwolves, you have to put your best guys on the Lakers' better players, so that Jaden McDaniels has to guard Luka Doncic there.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. You're right. I think they're going to put Jaden on Luka. You can see here, like you mentioned, Mike Conley. Conley will be unplayable in the Lakers series. Luka, Austin, LeBron will destroy him in the matchup, hunting all series long. Gobert will also have a hard time. Like, there is a real world that happens. It's going to be interesting to see how JJ Redick schemes. And looking at last time Luka played the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals, it was an absolute just masterclass by Luka Doncic, and hopefully he's going to be able to keep that up. Let us know down below what your thoughts are on the matchup, who you think is favored in this series. Obviously we're going to be going Lakers all the way. The playoffs are starting soon, and we're going to have you covered every step of the way. So let us know down below, and also let us know what is your prediction for this series. Okechi, quickly before I wrap up, what's your prediction for this Lakers versus T-Wolves series? And again, we're going to have more videos, so we're going to keep doing this, but I'm going to go Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6. This could be a Lakers in 5, mostly because I just worry about the T-Wolves offense here. I don't know if they're going to have their offense to keep up with the Lakers offense. So I would say Lakers in 5 here.
Let us know down below what your thoughts are, and hopefully this is the beginning of a very special playoff run. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.